Joining you tonight, I'm going to show you the power of my necromancer summons build. This is an extremely powerful build using pulse armor and lightning summons. Pulse armor is one of the most powerful necromancer skills going right now. Something's messed up. Why is it not working? Oh, that's right, because it's not on my guys. Anyways, pulse armor easily out damages just about every other skill that you have by far. We can reset the damage per second here. Shows you even a quick dip. We are running at least 1 million damage per second right now. We are running 1 million damage per second right now, and that's not even the maximum it can go. We have had much more than that done, and easily catch up, dealing more damage than ever before. Let's take a quick look to see what we do with all of our gear here. We have Everlasting Torment. It is a rank 10. We have Berserker's Eye, rank 10. I'm not going to spend too long going over these gems. You guys have seen them all before. For the new players, you can pause the game or pause the video and read what these do. Bottled Hope is a rank 4, 4-star. I also have Bloody Reach, which is a rank 10. Echoing Shade, which is a 4-star, rank 4. Follower's Burden, which is a 2-star, rank 10. Blood-Soaked Jade, which is a 4-star, rank 4. And Mother's Lament, another 9, rank 9, 2-star. This is the next gem I'm going to be ranking up. I just need to get a few more of them. We have focused our build primarily on damage, crit damage, and attack speed. Anything that boosts or summons damage is good for us. So we're going for attack rate, accuracy rating, crit hit chance, crit damage, attack speed. For our rune, we have IMMs in both our headpiece and our shoulder. We're going to be keeping that way until we find another gem that has a better attribute than attack speed. Our legendary gem, we already went over that. Primary attack bonus is from having the resonance slots inside of it socketed. This is the Storm Rider Legion, gives skeletons the ability to teleport. Additional damage increase from it being awakened as well. We have Vexed on this, which is the best skill for a summoner in my opinion. It lets out a roar, dealing damage to nearby enemies, and additionally increases the attack speed and movement speed of your summons by 24% for 6 seconds. That's a pretty good ability. Every 30 seconds cooldown, it's not too bad. 6 pieces to round that out makes it good for you. We also have damage, suffering, losses of control. We do have a couple different things that go through that cause loss of control or slow down enemies. Those are what we use to get everything very slow going. I'm gonna find them here. This is an paternal piece of gear as well. It has bone spikes and command skeletons on it. This command skeleton skill, additional 10% chance to summon 2 skeletons per cast. It also works on skeleton mages as far as I've experienced. Hope that's not a glitch. Hope that's meant to be. Hope they don't change it. Blizzard, please don't listen to me. Anyways, we'll move on. More attack speed, more base attributes from the runes. We've seen them. Mages increased by 1. This is my favorite ability or essence to use for the mages, because having the second skeleton really boosts their damage, really boosts the usability and sustained DPS of the skill. We were all the way down at the end there, I believe. Pretty close to it. Last for primary attacks. That way we deal more damage with our primary attacks. We also have damage done by summons, attack speed, critical hit, all skills, and primary attack damage increase. For our attributes, those are pretty much basic on all of my gear. That's what I've been stacking to get the most damage possible. We have command skeletons and command golem here as well. Command golems increased its range by 10% and size by 10%. It gets pretty big if you get all 4 of them. I've had them before. And it gets pretty big. It's almost the size of a raid boss, especially if you're using the bone golem and have a lot of corpses eaten when you summon it. It gets really big. We have a blue rune here as well. It is an ECE rune. I found 2 of these right back to back, like 20 minutes apart the other day. It was amazing. Base attributes by 5%. Damage increased 2% below 30% life. And movement speed increased by 3%. We have 2 of them. The other one's in this. We have our echoing shade in here as well. Command skeleton damage, just so that our skeletons do a little bit more damage, because we don't really need anything else that we need to use that on at the moment. We also have down here attack speed, duration of beneficial effects, critical hit, all skills damage, and primary attack damage. Basic again, pretty much the same thing on all my gear. We have pleasant venom, command skeletons on this one. It's another piece of eternal gear. I actually have, out of all of my gear, only 1 piece that is not an eternal piece of gear. Pretty much all of them are exceptional 3-stat pieces, except for 2. There are only 2-stat pieces, but they're still in the high 1800s. All the rest of my gear is over 1900 for what it is for combat rating. And this one is the only one that was a 3-3 that I just didn't want to bother not using because it was the most combat rating, and I haven't found an eternal piece that has a skill on it that I want to use that is stronger. So that is what we've been using. The pleasant venom that we were looking at down here also has my blood-soaked jade, uses poison golem. This increases the damage dealt to the enemies that it hits. Also, when we use corrosive slab beside it here, it gives us more damage as well with an aura. Damage, suffering, loss of control, attack speed, critical hit. Everything's the same for our bonuses pretty much. We try to stack the same bonuses to get the best results. My corrosive slab also has skeleton mage as an eternal skill bonus. This one gives it 50,000 life shield. It's very useful. Skeletons last quite a bit longer when they have 50,000 more life. That shield reduces a little bit. It says here when you get more pieces, but it actually reduces just a little bit because it's giving you the total divided by the amount of pieces that you have. So if you have 2 pieces, it goes down to around 47,000, which is giving you 94th and 95,000 or so instead of a 100,000 point shield. Kind of disappointing from Blizzard, but it's still not bad. Almost doubles your life of your skeleton mages with just 2 pieces. Cheat death on that, an NOU rune. This is the last rune that I want to try and get blue before the next set comes out. Mother's Lament in there as well. Command Golem. This is the aura that Command Golem gets that increases damage as well by 15%. And Vexed is what, again, damage to suffering, loss of control, increased attack speed, critical hit, and all of those. I might try changing damage to suffering, loss of control out for all of the increased beneficial effects, because I believe the increased beneficial effects is actually affecting my pulse armor. I will have to make another video later to tell you whether or not I can confirm that. I can confirm, however, that the command skeleton skill is affecting my mages, and I am getting a double cast of mages every now and then. It's about a 40% casting rate. That is pretty accurate. We can go over here and look at our Hellenquery next. We have 10 minutes of video. Hellenquery next, we have 2595 combat rating coming from it. Our gear here is just basically the same as everybody gets. You put the highest combat rating you can get in here. It doesn't really matter about your special abilities. They only work in raids and challenge rifts anyway. You sell off your other gear and increase the level of your Hellenquery to get more bonuses. We also have our charm here, which is 4% for golem, 4% damage for skeleton mage, 4% damage to bone armor. I want to try and get that higher, but after this video I am assuming that the charms that have bone armor in the marketplace are going to go very quickly and become expensive. Skeletons, again 6% and 4% for bone spear. I don't have any 10% skills left or even 8% yet, but I am trying. I hope that bone armor will be my first. We will take a look over here at our skills as well, take a quick overview of them, the pulse armor and the other bonuses that come with it, our skeleton mage, our thunder mages that we use, and the other bonuses that are with it as well. Increasing damage and shield, and our maximum charges, cooldown and shield, and damage as well from the charm. We scroll down here and we start with the Storm Rider Legion because this is what we're using. The lightning skeletons teleport to the target, dealing damage. Active. They will also apply a shock to any target that you hit with your summons when you throw them at your targets. That shock increases damage dealt by lightning by 50%. Their attack speed is also increased by 80% during a 4.5 second buff afterwards. Extra damage on my command skeletons and magic attributes. 40% additional skeletons while also increasing how many I can control. The maximum that I have reached is 6 skeletons with 2 skeleton mages, totaling 8. Having 4 pieces does not give you more than 6. I was very bummed out about that. I wish that it would be more. I believe that Blizzard should give us 8 because there's 4 pieces. We should get a skeleton per piece of eternal gear. This gear is really hard to farm. It took me forever. A lot of platinum spent on terror essences. And I didn't even get that many. There aren't very many people that are willing to sell them for 400. I got 20. So, like, that's just a bunch of platinum and then a bunch of time spent farming all of the Oblivion Pillars, all of the Hellslayer bounties, all of the terror rifts, just to try and get 4 pieces of gear, and all it did was give me an additional 10% chance, which is very good. I end up summoning two mages every now and then, which is a big bonus. If I do summon 2 mages, it's a lot more damage than 1 skeleton, or even 2 skeletons. Our last skill here is Command Golem. Again, we use the Poison Golem, which boosts damage, also puts a damage over time onto my monsters that I am fighting. Sorry, what's it all do again? I can't remember. It's been a long time. Summon 25,000 damage to all nearby enemies and increase damage take by 10% for 4 seconds. Its basic attacks will inflict corrosion on enemies it hits, dealing 10,000 damage over 2 seconds. While it is active, you can order the golem to leap around, and this will cause enemies to take increased damage by 10% and do 9,645 damage. The damage increased to golem by 18%. Command golem, cool. We're here to take a quick look at the Paragon as well. Uncanny. This gives unseen dynamism, increased critical hit chance if you have 10 or more stacks. Unseen dynamism gives you 1% damage for every stack up to a maximum of 10 for 3 seconds. And we're also going to use Gifted, which gives unseen dynamism 15 stacks. We use the effects of careful aim and sharp eye are affected increased by 3%, which makes my sharp eye bonus here from 8% up to 12%. Those are the Paragon skills we use. I currently do not recommend using any of the legendary skills. They only give you minor bonuses to your damage, life, and secondary skills or secondary attributes as well. So I suggest not unlocking them with 80 points until you have all of your primary skill trees filled. I think that is cooldown decreased by 10%, and Command Golem also causes 15% increased damage to nearby enemies. That's from the offhand, and the size from my 2 eternal pieces of gear as well. We're looking here, Skeletons is doing a lot of damage because I've been sitting here just farming away. But we'll also go and pump this up. All of that stuff that I have in there ends up getting me the ability to come in here, and again, it's not working quite right. I need to try and catch it right at the right time when the skills are all activated, and it'll give me all my buffs. Because I have almost 60%, there it is, 59.8% critical hit chance. This is where most of my damage comes from. I crit a lot, especially in PvE. This build is also going to be adapted a little bit for PvP, and I will put that video out soon. As soon as I get it all built and get the adaptations made and tested out. But 60% crit chance is insane. And remember, all of my summons share these stats. They share crit chance, they share crit hit damage, they share attack speed, and they share increased damage. Those are all massive bonuses that I have here, up in the 30, 40s, or 50%, almost 60 for crit hit chance. These summons are going to be powerful. You are going to be amazed at how much more DPS you can do just by trying to rearrange your build like mine. I only have 2300 resonance. That's not a lot. I haven't spent a fortune on this game, and I'm not about to anytime soon. If you stick around, you will see more builds and more tips and more growth as I make new videos and I post them daily. I will put gameplay videos out as well. Not as many in-depth dives into my character build as this, but now that you have this basic build here, I can show you little clips and you actually have an idea of what I'm doing, where I'm going from. In the meantime, check out some of my other videos. I'm going to post some other gameplay videos of some vaults and some raids that I did tonight as well. You should check those out, give them a like and share, subscribe to my channel, and join my Discord. If you'd like to meet up in game, we can arrange something on the channel. We also have tips and builds, links to the videos, and a bunch of other people to ask questions and enjoy community and conversations with. Until next time, I'm Humve. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. I hope you enjoyed. my insane necromancer summons build.